Hey guys, it's Thursday. I'm Dan.
I'm Jess, and do remember, if you want to catch us every single day of the week with new newsy bits and pieces, you can hit that subscribe button.
But for now, here's what happened today.
If you're still plugging away at Pokemon Go, you're about to be severely rewarded as legendary Pokemon are finally making their way to the app.
In order for the first one to arrive though, players around the world will need to catch enough creatures during the recently announced Pokemon Go Fest challenge windows. If that happens, a legendary will show up at Grant Park in Chicago this Saturday.
If you don't happen to live in Chicago, not to worry. In future, you'll come across legendary eggs at gyms, where you'll also have a chance to fight and then catch these creatures, similarly to how you take on a raid battle.
Legendaries do differ from other Pokemon though, as you won't be able to leave them behind at a gym to defend it. Ahead of Pokemon Go Fest, a new update for the game has begun rolling out, which includes bug fixes, refinements, and new features, including the ability to give berries to a Pokemon you've left at a gym without having to visit it. Remember those super cool outfits for Final Fantasy 15 that made you look like Power Rangers? Well, they're coming out soon. Also,
they make your dudes invincible, so that's fun. That's right, following up on earlier DLC items like the Nissan Cup noodle hat and the Afrojack-inspired sword, we've got these Power Rangers combat suits that are actually called Magitech exosuits.
The swanky outfits will arrive later this month as a free update, and once you put them on, your party will be invincible for 30 minutes. Of course, swapping them on and off every half hour wouldn't make for much of a game, so you can only use the suits once every 24 hours.
The suits were originally supposed to arrive as part of the game's DLC booster pack in February, but were delayed because, well, they look a lot like the Power Rangers suits in the recent film. They're also going to be redesigned so they look a bit less trademark infringing. In Call of Duty, few things are as sure as map packs, mute all, and zombies.
And this year's Call of Duty is getting zombies in the form of Nazi zombies. Activision showed off a trailer for Call of Duty World War II's Nazi Zombies as part of their panel at the San Diego Comic-Con. The trailer is narrated by what appears to be a Nazi scientist, who boasts he has not created a new type of soldier, but the devil himself. Very creepy.
Agreed. The trailer has a much darker horror-y vibe than previous entries, which appears to be intentional. Glenn Schofield, co-founder of developer Sledgehammer Games, said, "This is unlike anything before. We're taking players to some very dark, grim places in Nazi Zombies. This is one hell of a horror experience." As with previous entries, you'll be playing as 4 zombie hunters as they, quote, peel back the vile layers of a malevolent plot masterminded by the Axis powers to harness unimaginable occult forces and create an invincible undead army.
Unfortunately, the trailer doesn't show off the diverse cast of David Tennant, Elodie Young, Udo Kier, Catherine Winnick, and Ving Rhames, but hopefully we'll see them in action before the game's release on November 3. A beta will also be taking place before launch that you can get into by pre-ordering, if you're so inclined.
That is everything we've got for you today. Do let us know your thoughts and feelings on today's stories or whatever else down in that comment section.
And be sure to tune in tomorrow for our top 5 stories of the entire week.